At the $5 or more patron level, we have shout outs for Andreas Glacial and Identitech. Thank you guys so much for your support. Enjoy the video. If you guys have never had this before, it's a Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition. So what happened was Jameson, this brewing company that made like stout beers, contacted Jameson and said like, hey, can we get some of your barrels that you age your whiskey in and like age some stout in it so that the stout tastes like whiskey? So they did that, and then Jameson was like, hey, can we have those barrels back, and now we'll age whiskey in the stout? And that's what this is, and it's like the smoothest whiskey. It's unrealistically incredible, and it's pretty cheap too. You can get it for like 30-35 bucks. Go look for it. Oh, it's so good. Top 3 or top 5 easily for me. Hello everyone, welcome. Today we have a Pole album. I've been on a David Bowie trek, done 2 out of 9 albums. And the next one will be Ziggy Stardust. That'll be the next video after this. But I felt like, you know what, before I kind of like dive full into Bowie and get kind of like tired after 3 or 4 albums, like I'm going to do a couple, then I'll do a poll, which is what this is. So the albums that we had on tap were, I put a couple glam ones in there. They did not do well. Here Come the Warm Jets, Brian Eno, and For Your Pleasure, Roxy Music. Roxy Music, I think, got 1 vote. And then I threw It'll End in Tears, a Dream Pop album in there. And then Electronic, because I felt lazy and didn't want to like change the picture on the poll video. Because it was on there from the previous one. And that got the most votes. So 6 votes total. This is a patron-only poll from now on. So if you want to vote in these or even see how the albums are doing, like vote-wise, you just need to become a patron. $1 a month is all you need to get access to these polls, and you can vote and to, you know, contribute to which albums I'll listen to next. So today we have Electronic. 1991, kind of interesting. Recorded in Manchester, so there's a little bit of Madchester genre stuff on this, I believe. Interesting pairing of Bernard Sumner from Joy Division, New Order, obviously, and Johnny Marr from The Smiths. Really unlikely pairing, but it's an, I don't want to say unlikely, but just like kind of unexpected, I guess. Like, ooh, that's interesting. Everyone wants me to listen to this. I heard, I think it was someone on my Republic video said, if you want more of Bernard's lovely rapping, just listen to Electronic. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not a good sign. So I'm not worried, but I'm like concerned that I might be just like completely, I might find this album silly. I don't want to find it silly. But we'll see. I don't know. This, I'm not really sure what to expect on this, because it's like what Bernard brings to the table and what Johnny brings to the table. It's like, what are they going to do? Don't know. But we got about a 50-minute album here. 11 tracks. I think we're just going to hop right in. I can't think of anything else to say off the top here. So let's just start. We have Idiot Country. First track. Let's go.
My name is not important, it's a signal, a sign.
My hope is that some of the songwriting and composition from Technique makes it onto this from Bernard, because Technique was 89, right? And Republic was what, 93, 94? I can't remember. Maybe even later than that. I can't recall. I'm hoping that happens rather than Republic kind of seeping its way in. I don't know. Maybe this is just an interesting like transitionary moment. But it's like I can see the possibilities of like the best moments of Technique mixing with Johnny Marr's guitar, and I'm like, ooh. I don't want to get my hopes up though. We'll see. Interesting. It certainly isn't bad. I don't know if I'd call that one great though. It kind of rode the line between like cool stuff from Technique and just kind of the blandness, I dare say, of Republic, where it just kind of it didn't have super highs or lows. It wasn't super engaging. It was just it was there, but it was pleasant. It wasn't like boring as hell like some of the Republic songs. Interesting. All right, Reality. Kind of like with Republic, some of these songs, I say some of these, I've only heard two. They're not super like poppy and immediate. They're kind of progressive and sprawling. Like they don't have a ton of embellishment on it. They're just kind of like they kind of plateau and do a very similar thing and just kind of set a mood for a while. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Let's keep going. Tighten Up. I think my main, I don't want to say criticism, but gripe, I guess, is that this feels more like a Sumner album than a Marr album. I've only gotten like slight hints and flavors and moments of Johnny Marr so far. I was hoping for something like equally balanced, and I was like, what I was saying before, it's like that's what I hope it's going to be, is like something awesome where the two meet. But I've just gotten little bits of him so far. It's felt like much more of a Sumner thing. We'll see. Here's my boy. Probably my favorite so far. It had a little bit more Marr in it, not quite as equally balanced as I would like. Like I'd like to hear like a very Marr centric song at some point on here. But this one was like varied. It was a little more exciting than the other ones. Still kind of long, you know, obviously over 4 minutes, but it had that kind of pop feel and kind of kept you on your toes a little bit more than the previous two. Not to say the previous two are bad or anything like that. I just think, ironically, this one was tightened up. So The Patience of a Saint. This one has some Pet Shop Boys involvement, apparently. A little bit of vocals from those guys. Let's see what we got. Ruined in a day. I don't know. Obviously, I got some Ruined in a Day vibes from that one. Not my thing. Almost would say it was a little boring, but it was fine. It was fine. Getting away with it.
I've been walking in the rain just to get wet on purpose. Getting away with it all my life. All my life. I love you more than you love me. Yes, it's been true.
Love my way. Not bad. Aside from like Tighten Up, a lot of these songs just feel very like background. Like a kind of album I would put on in the background because there are some, like whenever I listened to the Smiths, for example, the songs were very immediate and it's like, even though my first impression of Queen is Dead was, you know, like I didn't know how I felt, I was still very like interested and engaged, and I found the listening experience compelling as I was listening because there's always something fresh and new, and it had that pop appeal. And then obviously things that are more ambient, post-rocky, progressive, I can just kind of zone out to and get the right experience, right? Because you can't just laser focus in on that music and like listen to every tiny little detail or you'll kind of go insane. It's like you're, you know, stuck in a padded cell, you know, just looking at white all the time. So with music like this, I have something of a hard time on my first experience because it's like, okay, what angle are you trying to go with? Because if you're trying to go background, this is fine background music. Like I wouldn't be against putting this album on while I'm doing other things, you know? Whereas like with Tighten Up, it was a much more immediate pop song and had interesting things happening and was a little bit shorter than the other songs on here so far. So I'm just kind of trying to gain my footing, you know, take most of what I say with a grain of salt because this is just in the moment, immediate thoughts that I'm having. Gangster. I need more Mar. Didn't leave a huge impression on me. Just kind of in and out. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this album so far. The thing is, like, with an album like this, I'm bringing so much in from Joy Division and New Order and so much in from the Smiths that it's hard to have, like, zero expectations or, like, zero threshold. And what I'm getting in is, like, not meshing with anything I would have expected. So, Viet. Soviet. 2 minutes. Do you think this is Bernie Sanders' favorite electronic song? What the hell is this? Okay. Okay, guys. You've had your fun. Let's get serious again. Get the message?
I always thought of you as my brick wall. Know where to begin. Living in sin. How can we talk?
We got at least one random female backing vocals. Weird. Definitely a departure from stuff on the first half. Maybe there's kind of an actual segregation of styles happening here. Remember when I was listening to Brotherhood by New Order, and the Wikipedia said that they tried to, like, split the songs into, like, first half, second half style wise, and I, like, didn't get that at all. Whatever. Sorry, I just kind of went to the Bahamas for a second there. Try All You Want. 3 songs left. Let's keep trucking, guys.
It's a perfect situation. I'm trying hard to understand. I can't be through with you within.
Is it just me, or is one of the synth drums, like, clipping the audio a little bit? Like, it's, like, kind of, like, blowing out some of the frequencies. I don't know if you guys can hear that too.
It's a perfect situation. I never felt I needed anyone. If you want to go, I just can't say no. I just can't say no.
I'm sorry, guys, but some of these are feeling like Republic tracks to me. A few, not all, but some. Yeah. Ooh, it's just kind of boring. Kind of boring. I need more Mar. 2 more left. Let's see what we got. Some Distant Memory.
If we could get lost in a city this size, if we wanted to, it's so easy. Why are you leaving? It's just because I've grown afraid.
Music. What is it with these like orchestral string arrangements at the end of some of these songs? Weird choice. You know, again, another like relatively uneventful one. I don't know, in my opinion, kind of boring. But that last minute was nice. You know, why can't there be more of that? I don't get it. Last song, Feel Every Beat. Guitar.
Have you ever been a victim in a violent fight when you know it's not true and you know it's not right? Got not 1 ounce. If there's a place to be, why don't you come with me? Someone we don't need to argue, we just need each other. Protect your cranium, let it explode. Put your faith in the mother lode. Now if all this seems to be, take every chance that comes. Maybe you'll find someone we don't need to argue. Listen to your father, listen to your brother. Take every chance. Listen to your father, listen to your brother.
Okay. Okay. Upon its release, the album was unanimously praised in the mainstream music press. Some things gave it like 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. All right. Am I missing something here? I like I might get a lot of dislikes for this, and they might be well deserved. I could be completely wrong. I didn't like this a whole lot. Like first couple tracks are fine. Tighten Up was fine. Getting Away with It was okay, I think, from what I can remember. I think Get the Message was okay. That's like all I enjoyed. Like over half this album I thought was either boring or silly. That last song was silly as hell. Come on, everybody. Like, what am I not getting, guys? Or are you just trolling me? Is this actually like a silly Republic-esque quality album? I don't get it. There was so little Mar, too. Like, this was totally just like this felt like Sumner leading up to Republic. And Johnny Marr was just like in the studio and like threw in 2 lines of guitar for the whole album. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, tell me in the comments, like, if you like this album, why do you like it? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the appeal. There's maybe like 2 songs on here that I would listen to again. 2 or 3 songs out of 11. Yeah, I don't know. But thank you, of course, everybody, for recommending this album to me. I'm going to get back to David Bowie now. Ziggy Stardust is next. Let's see, how many more albums should I do? Should I do 2 more before I do another poll? We have Ziggy and Aladdin Sane. Yeah, we'll do 2. I think we'll do Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane, and then a poll again. And then we'll do Station to Station, Low, Heroes, poll, Scary Monsters, Black Star. Then probably another poll video. And then we'll probably go into Morrissey, honestly. I think after David Bowie, we'll start in on Morrissey, like 2 or 3 of his albums I think we're going to do. And we'll take it from there. So again, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to vote in these polls, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. $1 a month is all you need to vote in the polls. Sorry I didn't like this album a whole lot, but you know, you can't win them all. I gave my reasons. I hope they're valid. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, bon voyage.